Hello, everybody. This is lesson number 49. Or, I'm sorry, this is lesson number 48. Don't paint yourself into a corner. I have about, 250 lessons, and I just put them in a book alphabetical. So this is the D, and I'm at number 48. Don't paint yourself in a corner. I kind of set these up so that people can reference them and find what they need if they. It's kind of alphabetical, also by number. So anyway. I know I say this, a very simple lesson. Don't paint yourself into a corner. Don't do things that help you today that are going to hurt you tomorrow. And it's insane how often this happens. Today, in today's world, we're working on, is this sustainable? And are we making too many greenhouse gases? And how are we eroding our farmland? Well, that's painting yourself in a corner. That's not thinking about the future. We have a terrible problem in America because we have CEOs of companies, of any organization, that are there for 2, 3, 4 years, and then they're going to move on. Well, they can destroy that company with decisions that are going to hurt it in 10 years as long as they help it next year, the year before, year after that. It can go. I've seen drunks that complained because they had a headache the next morning. Well, obviously they're drinking too much was going to give them a headache tomorrow, and they were old drunks that had done this for a lot of years, and they were like, "Wow, I have a headache, it hurts." College kids who've done it many times. And I don't know if it's a problem with our evolution that we don't have a far-reaching brain. Maybe in the past we had short lifespans. We just had to escape the saber-toothed cat today and worry about tomorrow. Getting here tomorrow was a gift, so we were lucky to even be here. So we just had to worry about today's problems. Farmers that, have to, I know my great-grandfather, he said to my great-grandfather, I'm building up this land. We're going to make this farm richer and more productive for you. And later on, and they plant a tree and it's going to grow in 50 years. People sometimes think that way, but there's an idea of what's going to help you in the future. I've trained fighters, and one of the jokes that I'm known for is sometimes a guy will come in here and say, "I can really take a punch," and I say, "Well, there's no future in it." I've been quoted at that, and there isn't. There's no future in being able to get hit and take a punch. I said all these are kind of roundabout ways of saying the same thing. When you're doing something, whether if you're eating a bunch of junk food and getting fat and you're going to have a heart attack or high blood pressure or plaque up your arteries, or not exercise, or you're treating your spouse, mate, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, with poorly, that is going to come back and haunt you. Every word you say that proceeds from your mouth is going to bear fruit. People speak poorly because it doesn't hurt them today. It's going to hurt them next week, next month. They don't study, and then they're going to flunk the test at the end of the semester. So few people can plan their life. They paint themselves into a corner where they do an action that's harmful, they do another action that's harmful, they do another action that's harmful, and pretty soon they're stuck in a bad spot that they shouldn't have been in. They treated people poorly, they burned those bridges, they lied, they did immoral things, and eventually that will build up until you have painted yourself into a corner. And that's the old analogy. A guy's painting a floor, and he paints and he paints and he paints and he keeps painting, and he ends up in the corner and he can't walk through the wet paint. That is a good analogy for a lot of life. What you're doing today, ask yourself, is it painting me in a corner? It can be something as simple as checking the oil in your car, letting your oil run a little. Well, keep doing that, your engine will blow. Don't do things that are going to limit your moves later. And it applies to everything. A wrestler that gets himself, he's worked to the point where he has to get a takedown at the end or lose the match. He's put himself in a bad spot. He's painted himself in a corner. A farmer who's destroyed his land and no longer he's painted himself in a corner. A person who's lied so many times to their boyfriend, their husband, their girlfriend, that no longer they trust, they painted themselves in a corner. So do your actions to help you today, to make you a better person today, with the idea, where will I be tomorrow? Where will I be in a week? Where will I be in a month? Where will I be in a year? So that's this lesson. It's lesson 48. Don't paint yourself in a corner. Something to think about. I hope this helps somebody. Bye.